What's cracking, guys? It's your boy, Christian Electrician. I want to talk to you guys about Lowe's. And if you're watching this video in the future, it's basically about Lowe's versus Home Depot. Lowe's seems to be carrying a lot more American products. Irwin, Channel Lock, Klein. And a lot of their items have these little stickers or little symbols in the corner that say made in America. So I think that's super cool. And I think I'm going to be doing a lot more shopping at Lowe's. What's up, AJ? Happy Sunday, man. So if you're watching this video in the future, I'm going to be talking about a couple deals that I got at Lowe's. Dewalt's warranty and my experience with that. And yeah, I'm going to be putting to test this compact impact wrench. What's up, Marshall? How's it going, man? So guys, I was at Lowe's yesterday and today, and I'm sure you guys have seen it by now, but Lowe's has this tremendous deal for Home Depot, or I'm sorry, for Dewalt, in which if you buy 2 4-amp-hour batteries, Doyle from Harbor Freight or Icon, I've had good experiences with the hand tools from Doyle, like their beater screwdrivers, their needle nose. I've enjoyed them. They've seemed to work pretty good. But I like, the next tier, which would be like a Klein or Channel Lock, those kinds of things. So I got a deal. Lowe's has this deal to where you can buy 2 4-amp-hour batteries and you get a free tool. So you get 2 4-amp-hour batteries, you can get a free tool for $199. The free tools are like the cutoff wheel, compact hammer drill, the DCF 860. They also have the router, compact impact wrenches. What's up, Dean? What's up, Aniket? Wrong channel for that, dude. We believe in a monotheistic God, not a plurality of gods. So wrong channel for that, buddy. Anyhow, guys. So I was at Lowe's and I was shopping there. No, it's not, man. Get out of here. Sorry about that. But something I found really interesting at Lowe's is they carry a lot of American brands. And hold on, guys. There's a Chihuahua showdown. I was going to try to keep the garage door open. But super loud. Let me pivot here. Let's get another battery on there. Apologies. What's up, Viking? Yeah, you're right, AJ. So I went and got the router. I got the compact router, and I got the DCF 913 impact wrench. It's got 250 pounds fastening torque, and it also has 400 foot-pounds breakaway torque. You guys already know I have the mid torque. She's walking the dog. She went that way. You're just gonna have to wait for her to come back, dude. Yeah, so these are both compact tools, compact router. And this one is the DCW 600B. I think the B is just saying a tool only. I think the tools are made in Mexico. I know the router's made in Mexico. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, I think it's made in Mexico as well. So they got it to the same continent. Oh wow, man, we got some Hinduism trolls. Huh? What's up, Sarush? How's it going, bro? So, I'm glad Ahmad's here. So basically, guys, I was at Lowe's, and I realized Lowe's is carrying a lot of American brands. And you see like a bunch of stickers that say "Made in America," "Made in the USA," since like 1890 something, since like 1900 something. And I thought that was really cool. And because usually I've gone to Home Depot over the years, and I've gotten most of my tools. So something in the middle of this tariff war, I think you're going to see the companies that have been supporting America. I think you're going to see them shine. Seymour, what power tools do you use before you get blocked? Watch your mouth. Man, some people, they're just so full of nothing that they just... Your Milwaukee hammer drill bit says made in Germany. Hammer drill bit. Well, the deal that I got was I got 2 5-amp-hour batteries, and I got these 2 compact tools for $300. But I charged the 5-amp-hour batteries yesterday, and one of them, like the lights weren't showing. So I ended up just taking it back, and I was just going to get 2 4-amp-hour batteries because they have these 2 deals. 2 4-amp-hour batteries, and you get 1 bare tool, or you get 2 5-amp-hour batteries and a charger and 2 bare tools. So the 2 4-amp-hour batteries and a bare tool is $200, and the 2 5-amp-hour batteries and the 2 power tools are $300. So I got the $300 option with the 2 5-amp-hour batteries, and the drive's 1/2 inch on the DCF 913. The DCF 911 is I'm sorry, the DCF 911 is 1/2 inch. DCF 913 is the 3/8. Oh my gosh. Yeah, just don't say stupid stuff and you won't get booted. It's that simple. Treat others the way you want to be treated, guys. Oh, sounds like a pretty decent deal. So you got 2 batteries for like $60 a piece. Zach. So basically, I took the batteries back. I got $135 back. So I ended up getting the impact wrench for like 80 something bucks, and I got the router for like 90 something bucks. So crazy deal. If you look online or at stores, this router is anywhere from $219 to about 150. 150 would be like on eBay or something, or like some Amazon store where they only have like one in stock or something like that. Yeah, they also have the DCF 860. That's this one. So you could pick this as a bare tool. I was almost going to get it. Yep, super false. AJ, you were 100% correct. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of gods. That's what they believe in. But I'm mostly interested in, I'm going to be doing some fun stuff with routers and like LED lights and wood and that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to using this router. As an electrician, I don't do much carpentry, but you know, I have a circ saw, I have a oscillating multi-tool, I have a router, I have a sander. So I'm going to be doing a little bit more woodworking just for fun. I like the idea of carpentry, so I'm just going to be doing like DIY kind of stuff. But yeah, we're going to be testing out this Dewalt tool. I wanted to talk a little bit about the tariffs. How are the sheds doing? The sheds are good. Yep, I built those a couple weeks ago, and they're up and strong like a champ. I still got to move a lot of stuff to the sheds. Probably about 2 to 3 hours of work. I don't have a lot of stuff in my garage, so let me fix this LED glare. Yeah, so man, Dewalt's warranty. Let's just jump over to that before I unbox these. I got a whole brand new 3-drawer. I got a brand new 3-drawer from Dewalt. What happened was I was driving in my van and I dropped the 3-drawer and it hit right here and it broke this plastic piece right here because it fell exactly on a dolly, like right on a dolly. So I just contacted Dewalt, and yeah, Dewalt's a great American company. So they're my favorite tool brand because they're an American company. I like to support American companies. I've tested Dewalt amongst Flex in Milwaukee, thousands and thousands of dollars worth of tools, bought the best batteries and the best tools, construction grade, and I put them all head to head, and they all are right around the same performance level. Certain tools do a little bit better in certain categories, but they're all pretty much the same. No Ryobi here. That's like the worst TTI brand, which is a China brand. But yeah, I'm really impressed with Dewalt. They sent me a new one. This one took probably about a month to arrive, but now I have a whole new 3-drawer, and I just took apart my other 3-drawer, put a couple screws to hold that broken plastic piece in, and it's good. So now I have 2. I thought they were going to have me ship it in so that they can work on it, but yeah, it just they ended up giving me a whole new one. So really grateful for them. I really don't have the patience for trolls today. I think you only want to see Pittsburgh. You can go to Home Depot and or type in a Harbor Freight. Actually, you can go watch Harbor Freight videos. I don't do many Harbor Freight videos, but yeah, I think in the middle of this whole tariff war, I think you're going to see the companies that support American brands shine a little bit more. I'm just talking about America. I think Home Depot made a huge mistake by not selling a lot of Channel Lock, by not selling a lot of Klein, by not selling a lot of Irwin, by getting rid of S-Wing. But guess where all these American brands are? All these American brands are at Lowe's now. And they have S-Wing, hammers. They have Channel Locks. They have Klein, hand tools and modular systems. They have Irwin. And you see like a ton of other small business American brands and a lot of other American brands. And you're just like, wow, like this is a lot of American support. And in the middle of this whole tariff war, there's because they're supporting American brands, they're able to offer deals in the middle of this whole tariff war. I thought it was funny. VCG, he's like turning into like an American guy and saying whoever can sponsor or create more American tools and American jobs, that they can take over the American market. And he's wearing like an American shirt. But just like a few weeks ago, he was like, it just pained him to say that Dewalt, an American company, would make a better tool than Milwaukee. And just to see him flip flop, you know, just probably, I don't know, to get views or what, that it just the lack of integrity was just I couldn't believe it. But anyways, he's got a big YouTube channel, and maybe he makes a lot of money off that. I don't know. I go live. I don't make any money off this stuff. So let me take a quick peek at the router, because I want to try out the DCF 911. Open up this router. So they give you a wrench. It's a 17 millimeter. So it's just bare tool. They give you an instruction manual, a wrench, and a bare tool. So it's not the plunge router to where it goes automatically up and down like that. What's up, Ponch? Yeah, I think he's a complete sellout. And it's just kind of just the lack of integrity is really off-putting. Yeah, this thing's awesome. Looks like it goes up a few inches. And then you could also drop it down. Battery goes on the top. Nice, you got the measurements on the side. This is pretty cool. I'll mess around with this a little bit later. But this is a very cool router. I can't wait to try it out and do some DIY stuff. Yep, adjust by the 16ths. What's up, Ortega? Hart is not USA, no. Hyper Tough, no, they're not USA either. I think they're both owned by TTI. So what a lot of China companies do, they cater to the American audience because Americans are more likely to buy stuff. I saw a lot of good reviews online for that. Hey, for 92 bucks, not a bad deal at all. Quite, on the contrary, quite a steal. All right, so the next one I want to talk about is I've been using my mid-torque to do my knockouts. As you can see, the difference between the DCF 860 and the mid-torque impact wrench, which this one was made in America with Global Materials. This one was made in Mexico. But the difference between these two, you can see, and how big the motors are. This one is super smooth when I do 2-inch steel knockouts when I'm at work. And I was using this at first, but it would take probably about close to 10 seconds per knockout. And then this one would do it within like 5 seconds. So I just started using this more because it takes a 1-inch socket to do my 2-inch. Basically, it just grabs on these threads. You spin the steel knockout punch on there, and then it pulls that knockout through the steel. So I've been using this. However, you can see how big of a difference the size is on these. This one's a lot quicker because I don't need any attachments. It's half inch drive. So I just, put a 1/2-inch drive socket. That's a 1-inch and it does the job. However, on this one, I have to put a 1/4-inch to 1/2-inch adapter. So they make a compact wrench that's in between this, but it's 1/2-inch. So I wanted to check this out. Lowe's does have some good deals though on like Flex. You can get the mid-torque Flex, which has better RPMs than this, but breakaway torque, it's not the same. The breakaway torque is not the same, but for $100, $99, you can get the Flex mid-torque. And I think it's the 1451Z. Crazy deal. Absolutely crazy banger Flex deals at Lowe's right now as well. Amazing banger deals with Dewalt as well. I think Home Depot made a huge mistake getting rid of all the American brands. Irwin, S-Wing, Klein, Channel Lock. They may have a little bit of those footprints there at Home Depot, but they've just gone completely Milwaukee on all the hand tools and scooted everything out of the aisles that's American. And I think during this whole trade war, Lowe's being an American company, you're going to see a lot more people shopping there. I was looking at a lot. I went up and down all the aisles at Home Depot or at Lowe's around the power tool and hand tool section, and I was just blown away by the amount of American made tools there. Since like the 1800s, the 1900s, like you see even these smaller American brands there, and you're just like, wow. Like, it's cool to see a huge store supporting American tool companies. Even like, oh, I was looking at some oil, lubricating oil for my hand tools. Some of my hand tools, they got rained on, so they're a little more rusty. But like all the American lubricating and greasing oils, you know, I was just like, wow, they really support a lot of American companies, even in that. So this one is the 911. The 911 and the 913 are exactly the same, except 3/8 drive versus 1/2-inch drive. I don't use 3/8. I just use 1/2-inch. So I got this guy. This is a compact. They make one that has 50 more fastening pounds and 50 more they make one with 50 more fastening pounds and breakaway torque. And that's the DCF 923 and DCF 921. This is just the DCF 913 and 911. Sorry, this is the 911. So I'm going to be pulling out my digital torque wrench, and we're going to be torquing this bolt back here. And we're going to see if this thing can, in fact, do up to 400 foot-pounds. So we'll be testing that out soon. Let's get this belt clip on. I don't even think I have a Phillips. I may need to go get my tools. Boom. Let's see what this looks like next to the Dewalt. Wow, you could feel the power in this thing. Let's hear the reverse. This thing's got some torque, man. It's the compact version, so look at that. It's about the same size as an impact driver. A little bit of a difference with the 5 amp hour power stack and the 4 amp hour compact. But man, look at that. This thing reminds me of like the 845, 887. But yeah, wow. Let's try it out. Now let's see it. Wow, look at the difference. The 892 has a 6 amp hour on it. 1/2-inch drive. This is a 1/2-inch drive as well. Both impact wrenches. A lot more RPMs on this little guy. And also about 850 more RPMs on this guy. The same amount of impacts per minute, but way more difference in torque. I think the DCF 892 has around 850 breakaway torque, and this little guy only has about 400. So its fastening torque is 250 foot-pounds, and I think the Dewalt is only like 190 something It's rated for like around 250 foot-pounds or something like that, but that's only in reverse. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this out and breaking through, doing like my steel punch knockouts. But look at that, just for size comparison. And let's get Godzilla. Let's get Godzilla over here in the back. You know, not bad, huh? Come on, where's D-Gang? Where's Dewalt? Where's the American supporting tool community? Who likes to support American top tier construction grade tools? Come on. So let's try it out. Right on. We got support from Sarushin. He's not even from here. He's just that cool. So for safety, we got Ponch in the house. Taking roll call. So if you're new here, you're trying to figure out why I got all this Dewalt stuff. It's because I'm an electrician and I like to support American tool brands. They have a great warranty. They gave me a whole brand new 3-drawer system. That just came in the mail a couple days ago. So let's get our digital torque wrench. This is Quinn. I got this from Harbor Freight. If you've been a member of this channel, you've seen that for quite some time. So let's take this all the way down to, let's go to 250. Now let's warm it up. We'll start off at 200 foot-pounds. It looks backwards. It looks like 500. That's not the case. It's 200. It's just backwards because of the reverse camera. Or I'm using my front camera, so it looks reversed. So let's torque this bad boy down. They gave it to me. Sponsored? No, I'm not sponsored. Okay, Ortega, I see you. No, I'm not sponsored. No sponsorship. So let's torque this bolt down to 200. Let's get you guys closer. All right, we got our 5-second consistent beat. 200 foot-pounds. Let's see how it does. Here we go. First ever use on this channel, DCF 911. Compact. Only got this thing for about $85. $85 brand new. Come on, guys. So here we go. It's on reverse. It's got a 4 amp hour battery on it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. I may have had that torqued already. I may have had that torque high already. Let me get Godzilla here. All right, let me retorque this down. Alrighty. I got it torqued to 200 foot-pounds. Let's see. Dude, if it can't do 200, straight to the return. Straight up getting return. So here we go. I got a brand new 6 amp hour battery on it. Here we go. Wow. Maybe it needs to get broken in. That's pretty bad. That's pretty crappy for a compact. All right, let's go to the let's go to the DCF 892, the mid torque. Okay, got it off pretty easy. Here, let's warm it up. Let's warm it up. Let's just be graceful. We'll give it a fair shot. Let's take it all the way down to 100. Oops. This digital torque wrench can't go to 100, so. So 150. Let's go to 150. Let's try that. $150 foot-pounds. Let's try that. Dude, if it can't do 150 foot-pounds straight to the return. Maybe it's like a new pair of shoes. You got to break it in a little bit, you know? Should I give it a 9? Should I give it a 9 amp hour battery? No. What would be the point of having a compact, right? All right, 6 amp hour fully charged. DCF 911. Let's go. 150 foot-pounds. Okay, got it off. Got it off. Okay. Okay. Let's step it up. I think we kind of need to break this thing in a little bit. Straight out of the box. So let's step it up. Let's go. Let's take this up to let's go 160. 160 foot-pounds. Okay. This does have an adapter, which might take up to about 7%, is what Torque Test Channel has indicated, from 1/2 inch to 3/4 adapter. This is an 1.5 inch socket. So here we go. 160 foot-pounds. There we go. So 160. Oh, you want the 12 amp hour on it. I got you. No sponsorship from Dewalt. No sponsorship from anyone. This is their old subcompact. That's not even the new version. I just got this for like $85 basically. So no sponsorship, but I like to support American tool companies. So let me bump this up to 170. If I was sponsored, I'd tell you guys. You guys know that. I have no sponsorships. All right, it's at 170. Okay, we got 170 off. Not looking too good, huh? Maybe I'll get the 15 amp hour battery. If we get to 200 and it stalls out again, we'll put the 15 amp hour on there, okay? All right, we're at 180 now. Let's try 180 foot-pounds. Okay. 180. DCF 911. 6 amp hour battery. Let me just give it just a smidge of oil. These are a little ate up. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this thing's got some wear on it. The tip of this is pretty ate up. I've had this for a while, so let me just give it a thin layer. Thin layer, some multi-purpose oil. Kind of clean up any buildup in there. Try to restore it a little bit. Looks like I got a lot of dirt off there. All right, so we got 180 off. Don't worry, I got all the batteries. So let's go up to 190. We're at 190. All right, 190. Still fully charged 6 amp hour battery. Wow. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. I think I've been needing to clean off that bolt for a long time, huh, Sarouche? Sarouche, you still here? All right, so 200 foot-pounds. I think it's going to take it off easy now. See at the very top, it's 200. 200 foot-pounds. All right, 200 foot-pounds. We're back to the beginning. Okay. 200 foot-pounds. Here we go. DCF 911, compact, half-inch drive. Oh, yeah. I think I just needed to clean off this bolt. Sarush, remember when I was getting mad when we were doing the mid-torques? And I said the mid-torques suck? I think I needed to clean this bolt off. It had too much... All that chattering probably got all the metal shaved off. I probably just needed to clean it off. All right, I think this thing's pretty warmed up. Let's start going up by 25s now. $225. That's 225. It looks backwards. I know I'm using my front camera. Yeah, well, using these big guys, you know, on that bolt, probably had a lot of metal shavings coming off. So 225, here we go. All right. We're just waiting for that 5-second beep. That consistent 5-second beep. That way, that tells us, hey, sometimes you're torquing it down and it gives you a little eep, but then the pressure settles. So you need to recheck it and give it about 5 seconds. That'll tell you if you have the correct torque or not. So 6 amp hour battery, fully charged. I'm in reverse. 225 foot-pounds. Yep. Okay. We're going to go up by 25. $250. It's reading from this way, $250. And it's backwards because I'm using my front camera. So here we go, $250. All right, $250. $250. No problemo. All right, I'm going to step it up by 50 now. I'm going to go up to 300. $300. This is Sparta. Oh, my bad, Sarush. My bad. What's up, Sonny? All right, here we go. 300 foot-pounds. All right. 300 foot-pounds. Right on, Sonny. 300 foot-pounds, fully charged 6 amp hour battery, DCF 911. Got it off. Let's step it up to 350. $350. All right, 350. Come in here calling me a kiddo. Ain't doing nothing. All right, 350. Here we go. Uh-oh, not budging. Not budging. Not budging. Let's get this 9 amp hour battery on there. Let's get the 9 amp hour on there. Let's try it with the 4 amp hour on the DCF 892. Let me try cleaning it off again. All right, let's try it again. Seemed like it was struggling on 350. Threading on there nice and easy. All right, we're going to do 350. See it at the top, 350. All right, 350. So here we go. DCF 911, fully charged 9 amp hour battery. Let's check it out, 350 foot-pounds. All right, I got it. 350. Starting to struggle a little bit. Let's bump it up. Since it's starting to struggle, I'm going to take it up only by 25. So we'll do 375. All right, this is actually a little bit more around 389 is what I was seeing. It was hitting 389, 387. So that's where that 5-second beep was kind of being steady at. So this is about 390 foot-pounds. 9 amp hour battery, DCF 911. Heck yeah. What you know about Dewalt? Man. What's up, AJ? We just failed 390 with the subcompact. Let's try a 2 amp hour battery. Fully charged 2 amp hour battery on the DCF 892. Let's see if that's enough power for this guy. Speed 3. No problemo. So it got 350. It could not get 390. So let's try 3. I'll try to be a little closer to 375. I used too much force, and I got it all the way up to about 389, 387, 389. So we called it about 390. So still spinning on, pretty easy. I don't think bolt cleanliness has anything to do with it. It's lubricated at that. All right, right around 380. Let's try 380. Let's get the 9 amp hour back on. This thing's hot, guys. This thing's definitely hot. Spitting out grease. Whoo! This little adapter's hot as well. Man, I'm about to get some gloves on. Sheesh. I didn't even get the adapter on. All right, we got the 9 amp hour. See if we can break off 380. So it's not breaking off 380. Let's see what it's claiming on the box. So this thing's claiming 400 foot-pounds. No asterisks. It's claiming 400 foot-pounds. Says max breakaway torque. This guy's not a mechanic. Really? Wow, look at all that oil. Yeah. Man, Paulo, this wouldn't be a car either, huh? Yeah, I don't know. This thing kind of sucks. 350. I mean, that's what happens when you try to make a compact one, huh? You know what I noticed is it doesn't even have any speed selectors. It doesn't even have any speed selectors. Yeah, I'm going to have to take this back. It's got a bunch of oil coming out of it. Or grease, I mean. All new tools do that when you break them in. But yeah, I don't know. For $85, it's good enough. For $85, I mean, you can't beat that. But I don't know. It's not even hitting 400 foot-pounds, so which all conditions probably need to be perfect to hit 400 foot-pounds. This thing's probably maxing out around 360. So yeah, I'm gonna have to return that. Yeah, the 891. I got the 892 right here. I also got the DCF 961. I got mid torques and high torques of Milwaukee and Flex. I was just trying out this compact. This is their older compact. This ain't their newer one. But because the price was so cheap, I thought I'd try it out. I don't think you would be able to take it off. You said for 3 seconds? What, with the DCF 961? This thing's too strong, man. I'll go like 3 seconds. I don't know if it's gonna take that off, dude. So you said with the 4 amp hour battery. Here's a 4 amp hour. There we go. Nope. Let me try it. Let me try the 892. 892 with the 2 amp hour battery. Let's see if it takes it off. Nope. Get a 9 amp hour on there. I like it. Gucci, I like it. Keep it going. Keep it going, Sarush. I like it. And based on that test I just did, you could tell that I'm an architect. Just kidding. I don't know. Maybe this would benefit, you know, just someone in need of a compact impact wrench that's like taking off, I don't know, bolts that aren't torqued too hard. This will probably do a lot of stuff on cars, but it didn't quite reach its 400 foot-pound claim, even with the best battery. So, I'd probably need to lubricate this bolt even more so, clean it off really well, and try it again. Give it the perfect condition, and maybe it might get it, but yeah, I'm not sure if Lowe's is trying to get rid of Flex as well. Thanks, Sarush. Yeah, you're right. Don't say my name. Thanks, Sarush. Will it take off 200 foot-pounds with the 4 amp hour battery? I'm pretty sure it would. So we got a fully charged 4 amp hour. Let's try 200 foot-pounds. I think it will, no problem. 200 foot-pounds. Yeah, I know it looks weird. I'm using my front camera. $200 foot-pounds. All right. All right. Here we go. Try 200 foot-pounds. Yeah. Like, this is my right hand and this is my left hand. But, you know, everything's backwards. See? It's just backwards. Yeah. Got it off right away. 200 foot-pounds. Now maybe it'll get off. Maybe it'll get off 400 foot-pounds if you leave it on there for a minute of just. But what's up, Slick Rick? Thank you, man. Yep, this one's a beast. You guys can hear how deep and like how torquey this thing is. Whereas the Milwaukee's a lot more RPM. The Dewalt is like deep and torquey. Milwaukee, I don't know about that, Ollie. The only time Milwaukee came in first place was with this, the super sawzall. And you know what? Milwaukee invented the portable reciprocating saw. So they make a hell of a sawzall. Super beast. Dewalt 60 volt can't even beat it. So they have 20 volt ones and they have 60 volt ones, and the 60 volt can't beat that's the super sawzall. That's the best one they make. What's up, pal? Yeah. So I got flex tools. I got about 8 flex tools, about 10 Milwaukee tools, and about 40 Dewalt tools. I don't know how many I have. But the reason why I've stayed with Dewalt is because they're American owned. And Milwaukee's China owned, and so is Flex China owned. So yeah, these look cooler with red and black, but this right here supports the American economy. So I know when we're younger, we're like, I don't care. But when you get older, you get a little wiser. You start thinking about that kind of stuff. If you care about your country, maybe you don't care. But I love my neighbors like I love myself, so I want people to be able to thrive in our economy. So that's my little pebble in the pond right there. Black and yellow. STS, yeah, I have a rotary hammer. The 1/4 inch Milwaukee. You're asking about the Surge, and the Gen 4, the Gen 4 Milwaukee. See, Milwaukee used to have one light right here. This is the Surge. This came out 8 years ago. And the Gen 4 came out a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago maybe. This is the 2953. This is their strongest impact. It's got a 6 amp hour forge. 6 amp hour is kind of like right where you want to be. You don't want to go any higher. You could go lower, but you don't want to go any higher on the amp hour. 6 amp hour is about as high as you want to get. I think Dewalt nailed it with the 5 amp hour, because look at the difference in battery size from 5 to 6, Huge difference from 5 to 6 amp hour battery. But the Gen 4 is their strongest one, and the Surge is, maybe when it first came out it was cool, but the DCF 870, which is also a hydraulic impact driver, slaughters this thing. But it's 8 years old, So that's like comparing yourself now to 8 years ago. Hopefully you didn't peak in high school and you ain't been doing nothing with your life. Hopefully you've used the last 8 years as a way to grow. Alrighty, guys, I gotta go. Church is at 3:00, so I gotta go over there. I gotta be at church in about 37 minutes. So, love you guys. Wanted to go live and show you some new tools. Lowe supports a lot of American companies, so go hit up Lowe's. Something I don't like about Home Depot is they've really kicked out American hand tools like S-Wing, Klein, Irwin, Channel Lock, and they've just like flooded the shelves with Milwaukee hand tools that are like made in China. And it's just kind of like, now they're going to have to deal with all the tariffs from China now. So, oops, you wanted to kick out American brands. Now you're going to have to deal with the Chinese tariffs. Whereas Lowe's, they seem to still be making dropping prices. Are they still going to receive the impact from tariffs? Probably. But I like how they support American brands. That's where I'm going to be spending my hard-earned dollars, is places that support American companies. Because I'm not here to make another country rich. I want to help our country first and then help other countries. That's just integrity, right? How can you help someone else when you don't even help your own? So anyways, I hope you guys have a blessed Sunday. Have you tried Milwaukee USA made hand tools? Most of them are not made in USA. So since they sold, buy the regular. If you're a Milwaukee guy, get the 2953. 2953-20. 2953-20. That's this guy for the impact driver. Super beast. This impact driver is awesome. Amazing. You're going to love it. It's got a 5-year warranty, but it does burn out a lot. It doesn't have any safety features on that, so it just goes 100% every time. And the only bad news that I've heard about this is that it burns out a lot. Right on, Sonny. Alrighty. I don't need to tell you guys to subscribe and all that because you guys have already subscribed. Even you that just tuned in. I hope you guys all have a blessed Sunday with the family. Let's get ready for Monday. It's going to be here before you know it. Let's be prepared. Nice to meet you too, Ollie. Ollie, if you live in America, buy American tools. You got the 60-volt Dewalt weed trimmer, right on. Amen, Sarush. Looking forward to doing Bible study on Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we do Zoom calls and we hop on and we read through, we're going to be doing Romans chapter 7. So you guys go to church, go find a Bible teaching and believing church in your area and go fellowship with believers, okay? It's not going to be perfect. You're not perfect, so we can't expect perfection. Slick Rick says USA made all the way. There we go. That's what we need to get back to. We need to get back to making stuff in America. And I think that's where the leadership wants to go. Do I think they're perfect? Absolutely not. But I think it's worth a shot, right? It's worth a shot. You guys take care, man. God bless.